Hello and welcome to another rip-roaring episode of the YemmyCast 2018 edition, almost 2019. We're getting there. How was everyone's holiday? I hope it was salamin'. I didn't do that right. I hope it was salamin'. There you go. I had a pretty good holiday. I'm not sure about y'all. Y'all out there in the west and the south. Or how about you Brits? How was your holiday? Anyways, hey, it's me, YemmytheFerret. And here I am on another YemmyCast, a video game podcast. That's right, it's all about the games. Playing lots of games. No NFL talk this week, so unfortunately, Chronoside will have to listen to this part of the episode. Hey, let's get into my top 10 games for 2018. Wow. So, like I said, not all these games are from 2018, but they are games that I played this year that I had a really good time with. And what I usually do, when my old channel was around, I would do a top 10 video every year, and I would go over the last, few from the years that I started doing this. So, 2014, we saw Shadow of Mordor being crowned my game of the year. That's the Yemmy stamp of approval on that disc right there. 2015... Bloodborne was named the game of the year from me, YemmytheFerret. 2016, Titanfall 2, kind of an interesting choice, seeing as I don't really like futuristic games, but Titanfall 2 had me entranced for a very long time, even into 2017. Speaking of 2017, Hand of Fate 2 won the game of the year because it was just so unique and original, and I loved the style. All right, everyone's like, move on to the motherfucking top 10 games of the year. That is why I'm listening to this goddamn podcast, you filthy ferret. All right. Coming in at number 10 for my top 10 games of 2018. Come on, let's go. Is Puzzle Puppers. This is a game that came out in 2017 for Nintendo Switch. And this game was one of the first ones that I bought when I got the Nintendo Switch. This year I got it myself. Puzzle Puppers, you use a dog and you get him to his food. And you want to collect all the meat in between. And it's a puzzle game, so you stretch out your dog as long as you can. And you guide him through obstacles, through holes in the ground, around other dogs, to his correct colored food bowl. It's just a really fun and just puzzling game. There's lots of puzzles that require a lot of thinking if you want to get the 100%, which is getting all the meat and getting him to the bowl. It's one of those games that you can kind of sit down and play for a little while, maybe play a little bit on a trip, kind of keep your brain going, so you don't die of hemorrhoids or something like that. But yeah, Puzzle Puppers coming in at number 10 for me. Coming in at number 9 is Beat Sabre. This is a game that recently came out for PSVR a few months ago. I've been playing it a lot. It's a really fun, fast motion game. I mean, you're using swords and you're slicing these blocks in the correct directions. You have one that's blue, one that's red, the little sabers, and you just slice and dice. Lots of people have been really enjoying this game. I watch Eric for President play every time he puts a video up for it. Beat Saber is just one of those games that it's a unique concept that kind of takes off of what a rhythm game like Guitar Hero or something could be, and they say what could this be in the future? Well, the future is now, bitches. So Beat Saber coming in at number 9 because the soundtrack on the PSVR is all poppy, and you don't have like those download songs you can get on the Oculus or something like that, or the HTC Vive. So I can't really put it up higher for me personally because I feel like the soundtrack could have been a lot better, but it's still a fun game. It's quite a workout, so make sure you stretch before going in. Coming in at number 8 is a game that I found this year through... I don't even know how I found it, but the game is called Peace, Death. And this is a game where you choose whether someone goes to heaven, hell, or purgatory, and they keep adding on different things for you to kind of go around and have to check to make sure you're sending people and things to the right place. It starts off pretty simple. Devils go to hell, humans go to heaven, but then they add in, oh, if there's horns, they go to hell. Oh, if there's bloodstains on them, they go to hell. If they have blood under their feet, they go to hell. If you clean up the blood under their feet and it doesn't go away, they go to hell. If they're wearing a hat to hide their horns, they go to hell. So you have to take off the hat. Purgatory, if some people with purgatory, if the blood washes away under their feet. There's just a lot of things that kind of come together that make this game really interesting and really fun. It's a little fast paced, and you just want to try and get the best score you can. I've been really enjoying it myself. It's really funny and quirky, and I love the graphical style of it. And I think this is a game that you should pick up because it is not too bad, not too pricey, and it's just a great experience all around. So, peace, death, comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a relatively new game called Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. This is a game that I've been watching for a very, very long time, ever since it was revealed at E3 like a year ago, 2 years ago. But this is a game that is a kind of a third-person RPG with turn-based strategy. It also has lots of stealth in it as well. The game moves a little slow, so that's why it's so far down the list, because it is a little slow of a moving game. But once you get into those action sequences, the amount of thought you have to put into going into a battle is really, really good. I really like it. The game has been interesting so far. It's been a masterpiece in terms of story and character designs and stuff like that. I feel like this game could really, really, really get up higher if there was just a little bit more faster pace to the exploration. I really enjoyed everything about this game. The different characters you find, the different things you can do, the different enemies you face, and the two main characters themselves are just really, really interesting and awesome, and I recommend it. I would recommend it to people who like turn-based strategy games. Coming in at number 6 is... well, this is kind of ironic. Battlefield 5. It's ironic because it could have been number 5, but it wasn't. I didn't go that route. I was like, I gotta be serious with this list. If it's not serious, who's gonna fucking watch? Here come the dislikes. Battlefield 5 is at number 6, slot number 6, and the only reason it's this far down is because the campaign sucks so much. If the campaign was actually competent and good, this game probably would have been in the top 5. But Battlefield 5, the multiplayer is just not enough to keep it. The multiplayer is not enough to bring it above the 5 slot. This game took me by surprise because the beta was so awful, and I will agree with everyone out there that the beta just was not up to snuff, but I got the game for a discounted price Black Friday, and what do you know, it's one of my top played games now since I stopped playing Black Ops 4. And you might be wondering to yourself, but Yemmy, there was a World War II game last year that you said was pretty good. What do you have against futuristic shooters? Well, you see, I grew up with World War II games, and World War II games always have a soft spot in my heart, but this game is actually designed pretty well. I enjoy it. I feel like there needs to be more customization to your guns. Right now, you can only attach sights to it, and also change the camo and stuff, the paint on your guns, so I feel like there's not enough. And another thing that this game has going for it is the free DLC. It's all going to be free, but there are microtransactions for wearables and stuff like that. If they bring in loot boxes, oh boy, I would, if I had made this list if they add loot boxes in the future and I made this list later, I would either put this game down on the list or take it off the list if it brings in loot boxes. But right now, there are no loot boxes, and you don't have to buy the different costumes. Oh, speaking of costumes, great segue, Yemmy, 10 out of 10. Coming in at number 5 is Halloween Forever. Halloween Forever was released in, was it 2016 on Steam, and it finally came to PS4, and that's where I found it. Halloween Forever is a awesome, cute, fun, challenging game, side-scrolling 8-bit game where you play as a pumpkin and you fight off the horrors of Halloween. And a necromancer brings all these things to life, and you have to fight through them. The boss battles are great in this game. This game really helps you with memory because you need to memorize what comes next in a level to make it through the game all the way, and you also need to memorize the patterns of the bosses, which makes this game really interesting, makes this game really fun. My favorite character in this is still the Squash. He is OPAF, but he's the only one that I've been able to easily get to the end with. I really want to get the Platinum Trophy on this game, but, using the pumpkin, using the witch and stuff like that is just so difficult for me. But I really enjoyed Halloween Forever, and that's why it's number 5 on this list. Coming in at number 4 is Dead Cells. This is a really, really high-intensity game with permadeath, but it's not really permadeath because you come back with the XP and all that, so you don't have to reset all your stats. But Dead Cells is such an interesting and just alive game. It's a simple way of fighting and getting through levels, but it just has this challenge because every enemy comes at you from a different way. You go through this game, it has a nice... What would you say? It's like a 16-bit graphics, a pixel graphic style. The story has been really interesting, and the boss fights are amazing. Like, they really challenge you in every single way in this game. The controls are nice and fluid. Your pickups and weapons are really interesting. It doesn't have as many weapons as like a Borderlands game, but it definitely has enough to keep you interested and keep you going and keep you wanting to explore more and more and more of this game. Coming in at number 3 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, it's just the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience. You might be asking yourself, why the hell isn't this higher, Yemmy? That's because I played other games that have touched me in the heartstrings a little bit more, have actually made me feel something. This game just makes me go down in B, Donkey Kong, over and over and over and over and over again. But no, for real though, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience. It has every single character from the games, every single level, plus new ones, plus new characters. The DLC coming out is going to be interesting to see what happens. The story mode is great in this game. The Spirit Board is amazing. I love doing Smash battles and doing classic mode and just going online and fighting people online and winning with Donkey Kong. I am a Donkey Kong main! Like, seriously, Donkey Kong makes me want to go out and buy a red tie with DK on it because I just destroy with Donkey Kong, even online. Even that was a big surprise to me because I thought if I went online that I would just completely suck dick. But, I came online. Oh, that sounds really weird. I went online and I smashed everyone. Oh, that wasn't any better, was it? Coming in at number 2 is Marvel's Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 exclusive. Marvel's Spider-Man makes you feel like Spider-Man. No, I hate saying that kind of stuff, but this game definitely has that vibe of Batman mixed with like the Spider-Man 2 game back in the PS2 era. It is just a really, really great experience. I love the story and everything that they put into it. Even me, as a person who likes Spider-Man, was surprised by some of the twists and turns in this game. And I really liked how they made this game not be an origin story, but they made him be in this world. He's already cemented himself as a figure in New York, and he's continuously fighting through the bad guys, and I felt like the boss fights in this game, the story overall, all that stuff was great. Now, why is it at the second place instead of the first place? Well, that's because of the Mary Jane Watson levels. I just hated the MJ missions, and the ones with what's his face? I can't remember his name right now. Were not as bad, but they also weren't fun either. Just being Spider-Man, going around the city, getting everything, collecting everything, beating up all the guys, doing the crimes in motion, side quest things. I mean, it's all just a great experience. It all kind of comes together in one neat little package, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to do in the future with Spider-Man and Marvel in general. The DLC has been pretty good so far. There's just been one stinker, which was the first one. And I'm really, really excited to see what they're going to do with the game in the future, because this game just... It's great, I don't know how else to say it. Like the hype for it was real, and the hype for it was well deserved. And coming in at number 1, but before we get to number 1, I have some things I want to mention first. Oh boy, get on with it, Yemmy. There's some games that weren't on this list that came out this year. Mostly, I just want to mention them because I didn't have enough time to play them, and or I didn't play them enough, and or I have them, I just didn't open them from their packages, and or I just skipped them in general. But some games like that, Red Dead 2 is a game that I did not get far into. I didn't get into it enough to warrant myself putting it on this list personally. I did not get very far in the game at all. It's just I just don't have time to invest that much time into a game that big. So when I do have time, I'm definitely going to be playing it again. I'll forget all the controls, but whatever. Fallout 76, I only played about 4 hours of it, had a good time with it myself, personally, but I want to play more because there's so many different things going on with this game, and in the news, it's just been being battered and berated, so I felt wrong even trying to put it on the list and thinking of a place to put it on the list, because I just haven't played it as much as any of these other games on this list, even though I had a good time with it. Maybe it's just because I was with my friend. I don't know. Ooh, what's not on here? Black Ops 4. Ooh, spoiler alert. Black Ops 4, just, it started off strong, and I was having an okay time with it, but all in all, I just feel like the weapons are lackluster, the character abilities kind of ruin the game a little bit, even though they add some challenge to it, I just don't like them. And also, there's no campaign mode, which is a big misstep for me personally. They really could have continued on with the Black Ops 2 storyline with these characters, and we kind of see how they transform into the Black Ops 3 characters' versions of themselves. And then also, the Blackout mode is just unbalanced, and really, it's just... It seems like they just added it on as like we need a battle royale in Call of Duty, so here you go. I think that's about it. Oh, here's one that I played a lot this year. I just didn't have the heart to put it on this list, which is Civilization 6. Civilization 6 is an excellent game, just building upon everything that Civilization 5 was. Civilization 5 is still one of my favorite games of all time, and 6 was kind of creeping up there, but I haven't played it in so long that I didn't feel like putting it on here. All right. That's enough of your bullshit, Yemmy. Let's get on to the number 1 game of this year for me personally. This gets the Yemmy stamp of approval. 5 stars out of 5 stars. 10 ferret biscuits out of 10 ferret biscuits. And that is God of War. If you didn't see this coming, you don't follow me on Twitter. So make sure you do that at YemmytheFerret. God of War is just one of those games that I went into going, okay, it's going to be different than the last 4 games. It's going to be something new. It's refreshed. It's a soft reboot. And it was everything that I ever wanted and more. I mean, it took that style of God of War being a button-smashing adventure where you fight through the Athens and all that shit, and they elevated it so much. They gave this game depth. They gave this game heart. They gave this game something more than just a hack and slash, beat 'em up type game. There is so much to do in this game, and so many places to see, and so many beautiful landscapes to come to. It's just such an amazing game. There are several moments in this game where your jaw drops, and you're just looking at the scene of a giant fallen titan who his last breath turned this entire area into a winter wonderland. You're looking at yourself overlooking the end of the game with the music playing, and you're on the verge of tears. You're leaving the home for the first time. You're walking past that barrier and looking back and going, this game is not going to be the same from this point on. You're fighting Baldur for the third time, and you're wondering if you're actually going to be able to defeat him. You're doing these boss missions that have such a fun and fantastic feel to them. Kratos himself is just such a deep character in this game now. It's more than just being the ghost of Sparta. He is now taking care of his child Atreus, boy. And you're kind of uncovering more about Atreus. You're training him. You're doing that. This game definitely went up from the E3 demo that was live a few years ago when you were giving experience points to the boy. Now it's just, you're kind of going through the game. It's good. It's fine. I like that. There's great characters like the 2 dwarves. There's, Freya, Baldur, Trying to name them all. The head guy, the guy who cut his head off. I mean, I love that guy. He's great. He tells great stories. Those moments where you're in the boat and you're paddling to your next location, there are things that are said and stories that are said, almost endless stories that are told that just really are amazing. And you get to the dock you want to go to, and you just sit there and listen to the stories being told, whether it's by Kratos, Atreus, or your talking head. All in all, I really just love this game. There's nothing that I really disliked about the game. There's lots to do in this game. There's lots to explore, lots to find, and it's not all on your map, which is amazing. You can go through the game blind. You can go through the game however you want to go through it. The different moves and the sets and the weapons you get are just amazing. I love the customization in this game. And, of course, there's one part in the game that I just was like, boom, mind blown, and that's when the spoiler alert, Blades of Chaos get introduced midway through the game, and you can start using the Blades of Chaos again. I was so enthralled and so happy that happened that my mind was blown through that entire part. Getting eaten by the serpent, I loved that. That was just amazing. Any game that you can go into a giant snake or a giant worm and kind of get in there and do something inside of a giant thing, I love those because they're just so eerie and so creepy, and I love that. I mean, damn, this game has everything that I wanted in it. All in all, I mean, God of War is just, I mean, you heard it here. I mean, I've been talking about it for like 5 minutes now. It's an amazing game. It's above anything else that I played this year. And even though there's a lot of great contenders for Game of the Year, I think this one is, the Game Awards finally got it right. God of War is definitely worthy of the title, Game of the Year, to me and to a lot of other people. Don't agree with me? Let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite game of the year? Put it down into the comments below. All right, let's move on to what you guys thought was the game of the year. Everyone who commented on my Twitter post is getting a little bit of a tiny shout out here, but my rules for this, you know what? It can be a game from last year. I have games from last year on my list this year. Spoiler alert. But all in all, if you've played the game in this year and it's new to you, go at it. Have fun with it. So, first up, a festive fellow, which is actually just fellow, a retro fellow. He says, Smash Bros. Ultimate! Coco Gamer gave me a gif of Spider-Man, so that's what I'm saying. He says Spider-Man is the best one. And same with Chop the Dog. He says Spider-Man is his game of the year. Chronoside. Rip Chronocast. The game he had the most fun with this year was Dead Cells, so that's going to be his pick. If he changes it, I'll be right there to comment first. Mel and Apollo Show said Detroit Become Human was their favorite game. I have it. It's on my shelf. It's being waited to play, but I just don't have time right now. I don't have time to invest into it. Beyond Useless Gaming says it's kind of boring, but Red Dead 2. All right. Oh, I read that wrong. He says it's in a boring answer. I'm sorry. I was about to agree with his statement. Ooh, here come the dislikes, boys. Here they come, raining in like hot salsa. A Scouse Mouse says he has to go with Celeste for 2018 games. So there you go, Celeste, which actually won a few awards. Here's a game that wasn't even introduced at the Game Awards, but Douglas and Dragon says The Council. The Council can kiss my ass. He says it's like a Telltale game on steroids. I gotta check this out. Looks like Napoleon Bonaparte's in there. Suspicious Ducks, they say that Warhammer Vermintide 2 was their favorite game that they played this year. Cool. Tim Rule says Neko Para is his favorite game every year. Neko Para. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Do you expect anything else from Tim Rules? Wait, what the hell is that?
Open up! It's the FBI! We know you have them! Come on!
Oh, boy, I gotta finish this up real quickly because the FBI has raided my house. Thanks, Tim. Andrew Michael says that Super Mario Odyssey was his favorite game this year. Congratulations on getting the 100% on the game in February. That is quite an achievement. And then the Joker show. I'm pretty sure his name is the Joker on YouTube. He says, "Let's go Pikachu." And finally, we have Kane Hawking. I'm not sure what his YouTube channel is. Hold on. Vivid Chim is his YouTube channel. He says that his personal favorite game was Spider-Man on the PS4. So thanks everyone for commenting and sharing the post. Hopefully someone out there is happy with the Game of the Years. All right, enough of that junk. Let's get into some news, because that's what you're here for. I knew it. You know it. First thing for today is from NintendoLife.com, and they're saying that Tekken 7 for Switch, it depends on the fan response. According to the director, fighting games have been getting big on the Switch, and with games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Blaze Blue, and SNK Heroes coming out, you know, the Switch is going to be a big place for the fighting games, fisticuffs, as they call them. And also, Mortal Kombat 11 is being released in the first half of the year. I don't know if it's on Switch, though. It's in the article. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's coming to Switch. So you can play Mortal Kombat on the go. You can rip people's spines out on the go. Just don't do it when you're walking past a police station. We already heard the FBI break in. Well, next thing you know, the police and or the army will be breaking down your door. The Royal Guard for you Brits. But yeah, the Tekken 7 possibly coming if people want it. During a Twitch live stream, the director, whose name I will not try to pronounce, okay, maybe I will, Kashuro Harada. There you go. He said that he hasn't been he has been thinking about it, but he won't start development until the fans demand it. So if you want Tekken 7 on the Switch, you want to play Tekken 7 on the go, it's a beep bop boop punching game. Make sure you get your votes in. Link down below. Just kidding. All right, hey, it's Super Meat Boy. Now this is a classic game. This is old. This game is so old that the meat has run rotten with maggots. Not the Slipknot fans, but actual maggots. But hey, Facebook rejected a Super Meat Boy advertisement due to its explicit nature. Now, if you look at the screenshot, which I'll be putting up very shortly, there's 2 butts in this picture, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just a little meat being held by the bunny ears and the Binding of Isaac lookalike grabbing it with his robot claws. I'm guessing it was the cracks that did it. If the Meat Boy and girl did not have cracks, this advertisement may have gone live. Or maybe someone at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Marky Boy, he probably was like, this game's too hard. Let me just go back into my VR world and watch the destruction of a tsunami, but in VR. I don't want to actually go there. But yeah, the team kind of sort of responded saying, good thing Facebook is on top of their content on their site. Now, if you'll excuse me, I found a very interesting and factual Facebook group about how the earth is flat. Oh, I do say, my good sir, this Facebook site is rather peculiar. But yeah, it's just kind of weird that they would take just a small buttocks, rather cute buttocks, and they would ban it from their site. So make sure you send Mark Zuckerberg tons and tons of memes in response to that. Moving right along, hey, we got the free games for gold, or games for gold, I don't know, they are free. Okay, the games for gold for January 2019 from Xbox Game Pass. Whatever happened to Major Nelson? Is he still at the company? I think he is. Most original name ever goes to. All right, so last month had a bunch of games like Mortal Kombat X, Shadow Warrior 2, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Wow, great games. Make sure you pick those up if you can. I think the last one is live now, so I don't remember which one that is, but make sure you pick it up, because whatever. But hey, you're going to get Celeste available from January 1st to the 31st. So this is a month-long game that will be available. Celeste has won countless awards and been nominated for countless awards. Wow! And it deserves them, I'm pretty sure. I think the music is slamming, and I think it's a pretty good game. I haven't played it myself. I've watched Siphonator play it, but I haven't played it myself. Also, you're going to get WRC6, which is your off-road racing game, kind of like Dirt. That's going to be available between January 16th and February 15th, so that's going into the next month. So this article should say /February, whatever, not gonna complain. Lara Croft, Guardian of Light, going to be available from January 1st to the 15th. I've never played this game. Is this the one that's like a top-down shooter? I'm not sure. Find out for yourself. Stop being a lazy fuck. Far Cry, not February 2. It's February 2, the runner-up to February. Far Cry 2, available January 16th to the 31st. This game is based in Africa, and you play as the character Far Cry as he shoots plenty of people and overthrows a dictatorship. I'm pretty sure Far Cry 2 used to be called the best one, and then the 5th game came around. But yeah, it's a sequel to the award-winning franchise. Features real-time storytelling. Wow! So new and inventive. 10 years later. Alright, but that's your games for the Xbox Pass. I'm surprised they're still giving out Xbox 360 games, but they do play on the Xbox One, not the PlayStation, on the Xbox One, so you can get them cross-buy, backwards compatibility. Oh my god. Hey, it's Harmonix, the makers of Rock Band. Rock Band 4 is their latest game, and I thought I might as well just show you what the next 2 tracks for DLC are releasing Thursday, which is today, in the future for me, but you're going to get Andrew WK, Let's Get a Party Started, and his song, Music is Worth Living For, will be on there, and also Barnes Country with their famous hit song, everyone knows that Jam, 99, actually no one knows that song, so if you want to, you can pick those up. They release, like I said, today, which is Thursday, the 27th of December? Yes, it is. I'm not let's see, read more. Let me read a little bit more here. Oh, it says here that no one fucking cares about Rock Band 4 DLC unless it's a day to remember. Thank you for reminding me, Rock Band. Alright, moving right along. Hey, we're going to another free games. This is the free game lineup for January for PlayStation Plus. Wow, there's a lot of stinkers in this one. Actually, I don't know most of these games. But what we have here, we have Steep, which is a game that I got for Christmas last year, 2 years ago, I don't know. It's a pretty fun snowboarding game. So if you want to, you can relive those days of SSX, and all those other things. This one, you have a wingsuit. Wow, how fun. You also have Portal Knights, which is a action RPG, which is actually kind of fun to play. Haven't played much of it, but what I did play was fun. You can team up with up to 3 other people. Wow, cooperative multiplayer, which needs a PlayStation Plus membership, but hey, you get these games for free for PlayStation Plus, so that doesn't fucking matter. For PlayStation 3, you're getting Amplitude, which is, oh my gosh, it's like I planned this. It's a Harmonix game. Amplitude was the original, the OG of the Harmonix games. This is a game where you'll slide along a trap, kind of like Rock Band Blitz, but it's the older version of it, and you gotta collect or hit notes, blah blah blah. The soundtrack was completely original, but the game was pretty fun. Zone of Enders HD Collection. Wow, that is a game that I don't know. Congratulations. You've duped me once again. But if you like Zone of Enders, you're going to like this HD Collection. I'm not sure if it's actually all 3 of them, or how many games are in this? 1 game. HD Collection has 1 game. Fuck off. Alright, for the PS Vita, which is also cross-buy with the PlayStation 4, is Fallen Legion, Flames of Rebellion, which is some sort of action RPG once again, turn-based combat. It also includes the options for English or Japanese voices. Wow! Kind of looks kind of fun. Kind of looks like a shrunken down Hand of Fate. And last but not least, for the free games for the PlayStation Vita, is Super Mutant Alien Assault, which is stylistic. I don't even know. I don't know about this game. It just kind of looks like your regular 2D action game. Kind of looks like Bubble Bobble, if you really ask me. Maybe not. Is that a trigger word? Okay. Moving right along. Oh my gosh, Callus from Game Counselors did not get back to me in time, so I'm gonna have to do the man used disguised NES Zapper to rob a bank story by myself, which really is just the way it's supposed to be. So and he is in custody. He's been arrested. But a man in Mexico, used a duct-taped wrapped Nintendo Entertainment System Zapper gun, which is usually used for games like Duck Hunt and Wild Gunman. He used that to try and rob a bank. And, he had to ruin the fun, didn't he? Instead of zapping ducks, he was trying to zap money out of the hands of the everyday Mexican? But he cut off the wire, so it's completely inoperable now, even if you took the duct tape off. This is going to be an evidence lockup forever. This is going to be like held on a plaque on a wall or something in the jail. But that's unfortunate. These things go for a nice price, I'm pretty sure. But the taped-up weapon was used by a man in Hermosillo, Mexico, and he tried to rob a bank. It's usually bright-colored, but it was entirely hidden from view and was wrapped in tape. Bank workers reportedly described the man to local police, who, after mounting an operation to find the culprit, managed to track him down and arrest him. The man in question is thought to have potentially been involved in up to 15 other crimes. Did he use the NES Zapper for every single crime? The world may never know. But he's been caught, he has been apprehended, and the NES Zapper is off the streets. No more ducks will be harmed. And that about does it for this episode of the YemmyCast. Thank you for sticking around. It's been fun. I really enjoyed that time that you commented and said, wow, great job, Yemmy. I really like the time that you pressed the like button and pressed the subscription button. This has been YemmyCast, a video game podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you for, not robbing me at gunpoint with an NES Zapper, because who knows what that radiation will do to my little ferret heart. I'm YemmytheFerret, and this has been YemmyCast.